Today there were elections in the German state of Thuringia and the Italian region of Umbria. Umbria has been ruled by left-wing parties since the 1970s. Today was a dramatic upset. For the fifth time this year, an Italian region has flipped from the left to the right. Lega Party member Donatella Tusay has won the Umbrian presidency by a huge margin. Currently, Lega has around 38% of the votes, its highest vote total in an Italian regional election ever. Fratelli d'Italia, or Brothers of Italy, is at 10%. Forza Italia at 6%, and other regional allies of the center-right coalition receiving another 6%. It is a sweeping victory for Lega and the center-right coalition. This election demonstrates that Italians should have been granted an early federal snap election, and the current Italian national ruling coalition, which was brokered in part by foreign globalists, does not represent the majority of the Italian people. Meanwhile, in the former East German state of Thuringia, or as we call it in English, Thuringia, Alternative for Deutschland exceeded the polls and got 23.5%. This gave them their third second-place win in a row. They came in second place in Saxony and Brandenburg in state elections last September. Thuringia is a stronghold for Die Linke, the former East German Communist Party. The previous government was a red-red-green coalition of Die Linke, the Social Democrats, and the Greens. Those three parties did not win a majority. Collectively, they won 42 of the 90 seats. The CDU and the AfD jointly fell short of a majority with another 43 seats. I was hoping that the CDU and the AfD would collectively gain a majority because it would have sparked a showdown with the national leaders of the CDU, Merkel and AKK. The outcome was changed because the FDP managed to win seats. The FDP is basically a pro-business centrist party. They just barely met the 5% minimum threshold. With 99% of the votes counted, the German media says they only exceeded 5% by 6 votes. This party rarely wins any seats in the state parliaments of the former East Germany. This 5% is considered a big victory for them. The Green Party also just barely exceeded 5%. They only got about 5.2%. The actual allocation of seats is very complicated, and the Greens and the FDP ended up getting a very generous 5 seats each. The FDP is now positioned as the kingmaker. However, with the way the seats are assigned, forming a ruling coalition is going to be extremely difficult. In some countries, if the parties can't form a coalition, it can trigger an election redo. However, under German law, if no new coalition is formed, the previous ruling coalition will just continue to rule. This election was somewhat of a test as to whether or not the media could derail the AfD with its hysteria and fear-mongering. The media claimed that not only was the AfD an extreme party, but the Thuringian branch of the AfD was an even more extreme faction within the party. While it is complete nonsense and slander to call the party extreme, the local AfD leader, Bjorn Höcke, could probably be called an identitarian. His grandparents were East Prussians who were expelled from their homeland by the Red Army. He actually talks about the need to preserve a homeland for the German people. Höcke is a very strong social conservative. He is also a school teacher with 4 children. The media portrayed him as an extreme radical, but it failed to stop the voters. The big silver lining in this election is the age of AfD voters in Thuringia. Just like elections in Saxony and Brandenburg, AfD voters tend to be younger people. In fact, AfD came in first place among all age groups from 18 to 59. It was only among voters 60 and over that they came in third place. Die Linke, which gets a lot of elderly voters who are nostalgic for the former East Germany, came in first place by a huge margin among voters 60 and over. All right, thanks for watching this video. Click the like button, post a comment below, and tell me what you think about this. And please consider making a donation to this YouTube channel, as YouTube has mass demonetized all my videos. And I would like to thank Jess for making a donation. And please support my sponsor, Patriotic Flags, the online flag store, patriotic-flags.com. Get yourself an Italian and German flag. And click the subscribe button. New video every few days.